And hello, welcome back to How to Use GIMP. This is going to be part 2. Before we go into actually coloring an image and showing all the parts of all that, I wanted to show how to use the palettes. Um, the palettes are what we um, get all of our colors from. So having a good palette set for your comic is important. Um, Now, the way I had it before I went to this new computer, I had my time traveler palette, and it had all the colors of all the characters and all the locations all in one palette. And since you can't actually name the colors, that this is Smiley's hair and that kind of stuff, um, I'd always get confused as to oh, which color is his shirt. I think it's this one, and I'd have to go back and actually open up pages from the past to get those colors instead of um, just using the palette the way it should be. So the way I'm going to set it up this time is I'm going to open up some colored pages that I've already got, and I'm going to create a palette for each character. I'm going to create a palette for each location. Um, so Heaven will have a palette, um, Smiley will have a palette, Flaming Hot Dog will have a palette, etc. Um, to create a new palette, you simply get your palettes tab wherever you want it on your setup. Um, Open up the palettes tab and click create a new palette. Um, this brings up the palette editor, which I've conveniently put right with the palettes. It's currently untitled. We're going to highlight it and say this is Heaven. Okay, so now we're going to leave that palette open, and we're going to open up the cover of last issue, which, as you can see, shows part of the sky and the mists of heaven, and it's got a kind of goldish overall tint. Um, so I want to use that to create this palette. So with the palette editor open, named Heaven, um, we can create new entries from whatever we have selected. So what we need to do is hit the color picker tool up there and then pick a spot. And as you can see, when you pick a spot, the this here changes to whatever spot you've picked, which is then the foreground color. So if I pick that spot as a base and I add that to the palette, then that color is there. If I then click there, that color is changed. That's a darker color, and I it's not changing color. Let's go with that color, create a new entry. There it is. So that color, that darker color, and I can go through around everywhere and click the colors, make new entries in that palette. And I'm not sure why it's being difficult, but of course it is. I tend to have problems that I shouldn't. Um, There it is. I don't know. Maybe it just takes time for the program to think. But anyway, that's how we're going to do these. You just add the colors in. Now, they're really small there. I don't think they have to be that small. I think you could click this here and change how big they are. Palette editor, edit this entry. That you can change the color. Not what I want to do. I want to zoom out, zoom in. I want to zoom in. I'm not sure why it's not letting me zoom in. Zoom all. Okay. Maybe it just needs more colors in there. I don't know. But anyway, you want to be able to select your colors. And the more colors you get in there, you can fill up the box down there pretty good. However you want to do it. You can take that color and oops, that's not what I wanted to do. Okay, I just undocked something. As we remember, I can then use the add tab to put it back. Palettes, patterns, palette editor was the one that I was looking for. Open the palettes dialog. Does it not have? Am I missing it? Ingredients, palettes. Palettes, and more palettes. I don't need 2 palettes. I need to get rid of one. Add tab, close tab. Oh, I just noticed this lock tab to dock, which I probably should do so I can't accidentally pull tabs off of the edit palette. Now it's way over there. Don't want it there. I want it in this dock. Why isn't it going to go? It really should. It has in the past and it won't do it for me now. I suppose I should end the video here while I play with this to fix it. But I think I've got the information there. You create your palettes any way you want, name them however you want. This one's called Heaven. It will help me in the future color things in heaven. So therefore, I will go through, I'm not going to go through it with you on the thing. Create a palette for each character, create a palette for hell, create a palette for the overseer, inside the construct, and all that kind of stuff that will make it real easy to color new pages when I do that. So that's what I'm going to do before I do the next video, which will show you how to actually use those palettes and color a page. Um, Thanks again for watching. This has been part 2, which is actually part 3 because I went back and did a part 0. Uh, anyway, um, as fun as this has been, I'm going to let you go. Don't forget to hit the like, hit the subscribe, hit the share. If you think this is good information for people to have, I'm all for it. Um, let's keep period. I always trip over the words. Periodical paradise going. Thank you very much.